before you start, bro, get it out your system. Pause. Get out your system. Like we lost. We lost. We know we lost.
Yeah, who's we?
The Warriors lost
Okay.
the Timberwolves.
Okay. I'm not
Yeah,
talking about that. I'm talking
yeah.
about you and Trav's whole spiel on niggas being dogs. You know what I'm saying? And Eric Gordon, he oozed, pause. He oozed out dog last night.
He
He
was
oozed out dog and played on a grade 2 hamstring. And yo, P, you
I,
remember
s-
Trav in the mind was like,
I,
nah,
s-
that's different. That's
I
different.
said,
You
I
know what
said,
I'm saying?
I said this yesterday when we were playing 2K, Josh. I said I might have said it somewhere. I can't remember, but I told it to somebody. I said, what's Curry's excuse, bro?
What
Yeah,
grade
that's
was
that's
the
Curry?
excuse,
excuse.
bro.
What grade was Curry's?
Grade 1.
Yeah, Curry's a great one, bro. First of all, Josh,
Hey,
in no
yeah.
universe, no parallel universe, this universe, there's no universe that exists where you can ever compare Stephen Curry to Aaron Gordon. So I
You
don't
know,
even
you
know why
know,
you were trying
you
to do
know.
that.
I'll say it. I'll say it. Aaron Gordon outplayed Stephen Curry this playoffs.
See,
Oh,
L Rage, wait, I'm not falling for it.
I
I'm
think
not
that's a
falling for it,
fact,
P.
bro.
I'm not falling for it. I
yes.
know I'm not falling for it.
I think
Bro,
Nah.
I think that's
bro,
a fact.
Curry's is way more important to a franchise than Aaron Gordon. Like, some niggas, if they get hurt, they get hurt. You know what I'm saying? Aaron Gordon's one of them guys. Stephen Curry's not. You can't, bro. He is the face of the whole entire Warriors organization. He tears a hamstring and doesn't play next season. Do you know how much money they'll lose? It's different, bro. It's totally different. Also, he scored 8 points, bro. It's better that Curry wasn't on the court. Like, for one, next season, and two, he probably would have done more harm than good because like his game trying to like dribble the ball and do all this shit would have messed up hamstring. Like you saw how it worked out for the Denver Nuggets, right, Josh? They
Yeah, I
lost.
see.
Oh,
I see.
exactly. So what are we talking about here, bro? Like it's not like they
No,
won.
no.
It's
But
not like he He had
I
8 points.
Aaron Gordon almost had a double double, bro.
exactly on a bad hamstring.
The bro couldn't run. He literally wouldn't get. He would literally would sit all the way back at the opposing team's free throw line while they shot free throws, bro.
Exactly. They play different positions. If Curry was like 7 feet, 6'7", whatever, 6'8", and you can just stand in the paint and get rebounds, I'm sure he would have done that. But he's not. He's 6 foot. He's 6 foot. Let's be real. Curry's like 6'1". He's
What about
6'1".
Russ?
You said what?
What about Russ?
What about him?
He be getting boards.
Yeah,
But I'm saying like,
Russ with a walking triple double, bro.
bro, playing the game at 6'1" takes a lot more on your body than it does at like 6'8". Because you can like get rebounds because you're tall, but Curry, you got to
Russ
do
is
extra shit.
6'3". Russ is 6'3".
I'm saying like to fight through an injury
Steph
like
is
that
6'2",
is
6'3". What are
harder.
you talking about?
I'm saying, but when you're a smaller guard, it's hard to fight through an injury like that because you
I,
gotta like.
all I hear is excuses, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro.
He ain't got that dog in him, bro.
You don't got that dog.
You
in
know,
him, bro.
Ahmad, I would be. I would be.
The cop out. Now he's copping out, bro.
You know, I would be. I would be.
That's dog shit. That's dog, bro.
And look, no, and look, we're not gonna act like Aaron Gordon's not an essential piece to that Nuggets core, bro.
Yeah,
they don't win without Aaron Gordon in 2023, bro. They don't win without him, bro. He's very essential to that Nuggets team, and he still went out there and played. I just want to hear what you got to say, bro.
I just told you, bro. It's different. First of all, Curry's 37 years old. These niggas 37
Aaron
years
Gordon
old.
ain't no spring chicken either.
Curry's 37. He's a small guard. He's 37 years old. He is literally the face of the franchise. Like, if he doesn't play for a season, bro, I promise you, no one's going to the Warriors game next season. Like, it's just they lose so much money. They can't afford to play him. And also he would have done more harm than good trying to hobble out there because he's not like someone who's like a 6'7" person who can just get rebounds still. He gotta like move without the ball. His playing style requires him to do more than the Aaron Gordon's does. So
Shoot, I mean, it seemed like he might as well have played, bro. I mean, y'all as a gentleman sweep.
Bro, when you jumping up for a rebound, bro, and coming down, you know how much that's your whole leg, bro.
Josh,
what I'm
Josh,
saying? That's a lot of impact.
see, you're not using your head, bro. You don't know basketball. Risk
What?
to reward ratio. Risk to reward ratio is don't make sense. Risk Stephen Curry in billions of dollars to score what 8 points or whatever, or make sure he's healthy and hopefully these niggas can win. I'm gonna take the second option. I'm just saying. I'm gonna take the second.
Bro, all I know is I'll be down there banging in the paint, getting rebounds, bro. You know, don't
You
sit
not a
there and
dog,
laugh,
bro.
Ahmad.
You
When
not
I
a
get
dog.
that board, I'm out of there.
My thing is too. I think Steph moves a lot more than Aaron Gordon does. At least his game. You know what I mean? Like that's the only bail I would shoot him is that Steph has got to be moving. Like that's what he's known for is running you crazy on the offensive end. You know what I mean? He can't do that on a hammy. I mean, Gordon just can come down and chill, post up, chill, grab a couple boards. Like Curry's whole game is movement.
Bro said he
Cutting,
couldn't even
slashing,
sprint,
cutting.
Trav. Aaron Gordon said he couldn't sprint,
I
bro.
know. Hey, salute for him for being out there. But I almost think it's like apples and oranges. I don't know if you can just the games. The games is different. Like if Steph's out there like a statue, bro, he might as well not even be out there.
Yeah, that's what
What's
I'm
Steph
saying.
doing? Like you don't need Steph just to bring the ball up. Like you need Steph to make.
All I'm
shots.
hearing is he didn't want it bad enough. Aaron Gordon wanted
He
it.
didn't want it bad enough.
I mean,
It didn't make sense, bro.
Not,
It didn't make sense, bro. Like I think it would have been worse for him because they would have had a cone. He would have been a defensive liability.
They could
like,
go in the zone.
No,
what the Nuggets did.
No, zone doesn't work
zone.
that way, bro.
Can't
Zone
zone
doesn't
them
work
dudes.
that way. Yeah, that's
do
bro,
something, bro.
You could definitely run zone against the Timberwolves, bro. Rudy Gobert can't shoot.
bro.
I think y'all reaching, yo. I think
y'all reaching
trying
crazy
to trigger
right
y'all.
now. That's a lot of
You can run a zone.
Clickbait.
Wait, you saying? What are you saying? You
It's
saying they can't
clickbait.
run a zone on the Timberwolves, or you saying you can't run a zone with Curry hurt? What are
You
you
can't
saying?
run the zone. You can't run any really good defense with Curry hurt because he's a liability. Like that's
I think
a
it's
mismatch.
both. Even if you run the zone up top, you still gotta move around.
Yeah, you gotta.
Because it's not like you just get to stand up the zone and just all right, I'm placed here. Like you still gotta move. You can't let you gotta close that gap, that space. Like
Yeah,
But Aaron Gordon was moving.
Exactly.
but he's a big, so he wasn't like running out. He could stay in the paint. Curry can't be in the paint. Like Curry has to guard those perimeter players. Gordon can stay kind of like in the paint area. He don't gotta like run out there and like close out like a Curry would have to, given his size and position.
I don't know, bro.
All I'm hearing is he ain't got that dog in him.
You don't got that dog in him, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
It would have been different if he would have at least tried to play one game.
He did. He did play. He won. The game he played, we won.
He played one game.
And we won. The game he played, we won.
Yeah, but he left the moment that hamstring started. He started.
Yeah, you're right, bro. We see y'all unreasonable. Y'all are unreasonable fans. Like this is why y'all piss me off.
I'd be more reasonable, but I mean Aaron Gordon set a standard for me. I mean,
bro, he
lost. Supposed to be out for a month. So fuck it, I'm gonna go out there.
They lost.
He put it all on the line.
It don't matter. At least he played 27, 26 minutes, bro.
They lost, nigga. They lost, bro.
And y'all lost without Curry.
Exactly. So
y'all was gonna lose with Curry.
It didn't matter. That's what I'm saying. Risk versus reward ratio.
Y'all was gonna lose with Curry.
Same place. We end up in the same place.
Cancun.
Welcome to Cancun, baby. Let's go. Cancun on 3. Let's
go.
Nah, we team Knicks over here right now.
That's crazy, bro.
Team Knicks.
That is crazy.
Yeah, Team Knicks.
The flip flopping that's going
in the
on,
city, bro. We not allowing you in the city. You're not allowed over here.
Yeah.
Who?
You nigga.
Yeah, you ain't. Don't come around. Yeah, don't come around. What's that? 61st.
You see this, bro? Since
Madison Square.
Bro, I keep saying this. Since Trav has been added to the podcast, bro. P. Ahmad controls where everybody's next is too, right? Ahmad purposely put Trav next to him, bro. You feel me, bro? You see this shit that's going on, bro? The past couple, 2-3 months Trav's been on, bro. They just been buddy, bro. They agree with everything they say, bro. With each other say. It's crazy, bro.
Nah, that's cat.
That's what?
That's cat. I want to guess them. We got different takes.
Yeah, we do.
Christian, bro, I'm
But
tired of this, bro.
But you might
Where
not be
have
good,
you
man.
been, bro?
You might not be good in Manhattan right now, though.
Nah, bro. Nah, bro. Did y'all see that nigga get hit with the garbage can? With the
Yes,
garbage?
bro.
Bro,
That's
it was a
wicked.
trash bag, bro.
Yeah.
You know,
trash bag?
he's sitting courtside though, so I mean, it
Yeah.
ain't that bad.
Shit, Josh, that's gonna be you, bro. Don't go to New York.
Yeah,
Not right
don't
now,
go-
bro.
Stay
Not
off. I
right
said,
now.
yeah, stay off 31st. Stay off 31st. You can't walk up
Nah,
31st.
that's mad. You see, that's the problem with New York fans, bro. Like, come on, bro. Y'all serious? Y'all
I
serious,
need them to win.
bro?
I need them to win a championship so bad, yo. I need to see that city turn to Gotham City, bro.
Yo,
That's
for
gonna be
real.
that
You
shit
don't
is
need
gonna
that.
be
You
the
don't need
highlight
Batman.
of 2025, bro.
You're gonna need the
I-
National Guard,
The
the
Coast
Riot
Guard.
Squad, Coast
Yo,
Guard, the
like,
Navy, the
reserves.
Marines.
Yeah.
If they acting
Like,
like
if they-
this, if they acting like this, getting out of round 2, bro. Imagine if they win the championship, bro. I
Yeah, but
keep
yeah,
saying
that's
that.
what I'm saying. They didn't even win anything yet.
They
Like,
ain't
I'm
win nothing yet.
like, yo, I was looking at myself. I'm like, yo, if there's a closeout game in New York, I might have to just go up there just to be in the city, bro. I just
Yeah.
gotta witness it.
Yeah, I mean,
If-
good
It's
luck.
good.
crazy.
Move vigilant.
If it
Move
goes
vigilant.
if it goes to 7, they'll have it at home, won't they?
Yeah. The Knicks have it at home. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, bro! If they
Yeah.
lose Game 7 or if they win Game 7 at home,
Either way,
oh
it's gonna
my
look the
God.
same.
Either
Yeah, it's
way,
gonna look the same.
Franchise.
It's
either
gonna look
way,
the
I
same.
will. You would not catch me in New York, bro.
No.
It's
Bro,
gonna be crazy.
Let me ask y'all real quick though. I saw this Bleacher Report. Out of you have the Timberwolves, you have OKC, the Pacers, and the Knicks. All teams that haven't really won shit like in a long ass time.
You said like the past
forever.
52 years.
Yeah. What
Something like that.
franchise do you think this win will mean the most for? Like the NBA Finals win.
I think I saw something this earlier with the Thunder. It would help like solidify them as like the start of a dynasty. Because I mean, that's what they're going to turn into. I mean, let's be honest, their future's paved out for them. Ant would, I mean, it just gives Ant fuel to the fire. I mean, like that, he'll be one of a couple players to get their first ring at 24. I think he'll be ahead of like LeBron and stuff like that. I can't remember who else has got their first ring at 24. For the Knicks and the Pacers, it's more or less the same. I think it helps like Tyrese Halliburton solidify himself as probably the greatest Pacer of all time, potentially. Because I mean, Reggie Miller didn't win them a finals, so I mean, you could argue that. And then for the Knicks, I mean, and it would help get the Pacers the first champ. Oh, for all these teams, it's their first championship. Which is
except the Knicks. Except the Knicks.
Yeah, the Knicks have won.
Yeah. And for the Pacers, it'd be their first one in the NBA. They have ABA ones, so I think either way, it's more or less the same for the Knicks and the Pacers. It's like their first championship in forever. And I think it holds a little bit more weight for the West teams, in my opinion.
Okay.
I think maybe like the Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
I think it mean more just for like the basketball scene, just like what maybe like just because like this is New York Knicks, Madison Square Garden, like I feel like that holds a lot of weight still. You know what I mean? Even though they've been shitty, it's still Madison Square. Everyone wants to go there and play in Madison Square. You know what I mean? Like I think the Knicks it'd mean a lot for them to win it in the NBA. I agree with Peanut though. Like if OKC takes it, I think this is probably could be a start of their dynasty. Because I think they're built like that for sure. And they, you know what I mean, how their team is built, the picks they still have in the next few years, you know what I mean? Like they're going to be solid for the next 10. You know what I mean? I think if Timberwolves win it, that'd be cool. But I think they one and done. I don't think they're a repeat team. I think it's one and done. You know what I mean? Same with the Pacers. I don't think the Pacers will win it again if they were to somehow pop it off. Yeah. So I mean, I think the only team that would feel like could be back to back or win multiple in the next 5 years is OKC.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I think the Knicks would be one and done as well. Like I think they win their one and they good. You know what I mean? It's kind of one of those things. They just got the monkey off their shoulder and they good.
Word.
But
I was gonna say also, I just remember this. The thing with the Knicks is Brunson would get a ring before Luka, which if you said that a couple years ago, you'd be saying
that is crazy.
Because they used to be teammates and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
They could have had both of them. But if you ask me, Ahmad, I'm gonna go with Trav. I'm gonna say the Knicks, bro. You know, growing up in New York and shit like that, bro. This is monumental, bro. Like, this is solidified Jalen Brunson as the greatest Knick of all time,
Yeah.
right? This is solidified Jalen Brunson as one of the greatest New York players of all time. He's not from New York, but I'm saying like as far as like
From New Jersey though.
he's from Jersey, yeah.
Yeah, he's from that
Jersey.
trust. Yeah.
But this is solidify him as like one of the greatest New York athletes of all time, like playing in a franchise, you know, a New York legend. So, bro, it'll mean a lot for these guys, bro. And they haven't won in forever. They haven't even been to the finals since '99, bro. Like, you know what I'm
25
saying?
years.
The Jalen thing too, I feel like I could be wrong. If how I view it, Jalen winning it would make him the greatest Knick of all time. I think any of them other teams, those players win it, you could still argue that they're not the greatest player of their franchises.
Honestly, I would agree.
Because you could still argue that KD is probably the nicest to ever play for KC. You could argue that Garnett or someone, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then Reggie Miller, you can still argue that. So, I mean, but Brunson would be solidified greatest Knick of all time. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think there's any.
But I mean, you know, Melo. So you gonna say Brunson nicer than Melo?
Yo, just I think that's how much a ring means to New York at this point.
Exactly.
And just history,
I
you know what I
mean?
Okay.
That's
the only thing I'm going off of. Is just that's what I think.
I feel like Shea could have a case. Obviously, we don't know who MVP is yet. I mean, personally, I feel like the energy is leading more towards Shea. I feel like Shea could have a really great case for being the best Thunder player ever, especially if he wins the finals, wins MVP, and wins finals MVP all in the same season.
Oh, for sure. I mean, yeah, like I said, I just feel like it's I think it's solidified for Jalen. It's arguable for the other ones because I feel like people can still make cases at KD. You know what I mean?
I feel like Trav. I feel like the KD thing though. I feel like OKC fans are done with KD. I don't know. Yeah. This is my take personally. I don't know if OKC retires his jersey, bro. I don't know, bro, because what he did to them really hurt. I think they retire Russ's jersey before they retire KD's jersey. The only team that might really retire KD's jersey is the Warriors. I feel like.
Yeah,
bro, you gotta remember. Take yourself back real quick. Let's all go back. When he signed with the Warriors, bro, they was calling him Cupcake. You know, he's soft. You know what I'm saying? That really hurt OKC because that was like the number one betrayal. How you gonna go to the team that y'all was up 3-1 up against? You feel me? And y'all blew that lead. Y'all gotta remember they was up 3-1, bro.
Yeah.
About to go to the finals to go play the Cavs, and they let the Warriors hawk them down 3-1. Then you go and sign with bro. I don't even know if they retire his jersey. You call me crazy, bro, but
even if they don't, though, you can't take away what he was doing, though, and like what he is as a basketball player. I'm just arguing skill. I'm just arguing, you know what I mean? Like, I still think, you know what I mean, that would still be an argument. They don't have to retire, you know what I mean? But one of the greatest players to ever come through, definitely.
You got to retire. He was on there when he was on the Supersonics. You know what I'm saying? So he got roots. Like
that was just for 1 year.
Yeah. Exactly.
It was just for 1 year, bro.
I know, bro, but he gave a lot of good years. So
yeah, bro. Like, well, that's 2000. What he came in 2005, 6.
Yeah,
2005, bro.
Oh wait,
was it 08?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it was last year. Okay, that was last year. See, because Russ was drafted by the Sonics, but never played in Seattle. They moved.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
What about you, Ahmad?
Yeah, I honestly agree with y'all. Like, I was thinking to the Knicks just because like everything y'all said. I think the Knicks just because of the fan base. You know what I'm saying? We talk about who would mean more to. I'm thinking about like from a fan's perspective. And although like OKC would be cool, and Timberwolves and where they at, Minnesota would be cool, and Indiana would be cool. But we talk about like fandom, bro. New York, that championship is gonna carry them the next 50 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what nobody say,
For real.
they
Nah,
be
you're
like,
right
yo, we
though. You're
won.
right though.
That's what I said. Like, they can win. They win this one. They don't care. Like
Yeah.
the next 50 years, bro. It don't
50
matter.
years, bro. They'll be cool for they'll have fighting. They'll have some ammunition for the next 50 years to keep on going and keep on believing in the Knicks. So I think from that perspective, that's why I was going to say the Knicks too.
And them dudes, man, them fans, all
Yeah,
you gonna
they're
hear is suck my
crazy,
dick.
bro.
I'm New
Dylan
York. All
Brunson,
you gonna just hear just craziness, bro.
Yeah.
Just craziness, bro.
And I think it's good for basketball, bro. You know,
It's a major market.
yeah.
I was gonna say it helps.
One of the top
I'd say it helps like kind of put more spotlight on them as a big market team because I mean,
Yeah.
being honest, New York is kind of like fallen off in terms of like NBA basketball. I mean, I think that also has to do with like just the way the East is in general. Like, I mean, you think of LA is like the biggest market and stuff like that. So I think it will help put more light on them.
Yeah.
New York was lit this past weekend too, because you had the Mets and the Yankees as well.
The Subway
You know what I'm
Series,
saying?
yeah.
The Subway Series.
Oh, they hate Juan Soto.
Yeah.
I don't blame
him
him, bro. I think that was crazy for Juan Soto. I mean, you leave a team that just made it to the World Series to go to your rival team, and I'm pretty sure he's performing worse than what he was doing on the Yankees. So
it was only like $20-30 million, which is a lot for maybe us, but when you making like $800 million, what do you 20-30 million? I mean, I'm staying with the better squad, you know what I mean? Like
the amount of money baseball players get paid, I think they don't have like a salary cap. They have like a luxury tax or whatever, bro. It's like it's crazy. MLB's I think they got a big problem in terms of like free agents and stuff.
We should talk about that on the podcast.
Yeah, that's a topic for another day.
Yeah. But man, let's get into some of the topics we got. All right, y'all. So OKC advances to the Western Conference Finals. They smoked the Nuggets 125-93 blowout. And they're going to face the Timberwolves going into the Western Conference Finals. What do you guys think about this game? How do you feel about Shea's performance? You know, although this doesn't play a part of the MVP race, but I'm pretty sure if the race was to still be going on, this would lock it for Shea. Let's start with Trav first, because Trav was big on the Nuggets and experience.
That's
right. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's all good.
The young boys showed out, Trav.
The young boys are doing what I need to see the young boys doing. You know what I mean? I feel like this was a really good test. You know what I mean? 7 games against not the defending champs, but a championship, caliber squad. You know what I mean? I think that showed a lot for them to you know what I mean, play that series how they did. You know what I mean? Losing the first 2 at home, you know what I mean, or losing that 1 at home, like bouncing back, they blew them out twice. I mean, this game and what game 5?
Game 2.
I think it was
game 4 or 5.
Yeah,
I think it was earlier on. I'm pretty sure.
I think it was game 4 or 5. Maybe it's game 4. But they showed resilience. They have a really put together squad. I think that's what it comes down to. You know what I mean? Like, even if some of them boys don't play good, it's like they're deep. You know what I mean? Like they run a lot of their bench. They look good. Like I said, they've proven me wrong, which is, like I said, what I need to be done. But I will say their first 2 series with Memphis and now the Nuggets, they about to really see a defensive team though with this Timberwolves team. You know what I mean? They got to prove me wrong one more time, because this defense I think is gonna be the toughest they've seen. You know what I mean? Because you're gonna have McDaniel's probably guarding Shea.
That's what
that's what I think.
I was talking to Josh about this yesterday. I said I think it could either go Ant or McDaniels.
Yep.
I think Ant would do it just more for like the mind games, just trying to be the dog that Ant is, and then McDaniels just because he's a good defender. That's who I thought would probably end up on Shea.
And like the fact you got defensive player of past defensive player of the year Rudy down there, defending. I mean it's a real thing. You know what I mean? I think this is going to be the best defense they've seen in the playoffs. So it's going to be another test. Like I said, we'll see how that goes. But OKC looks really good, bro. And I mean, if I'm gonna pull with the Wolves. Like I said, I'm going with the, you know what I mean. I think it's 'cause I fuck with Ant more than any of the guys on OKC, but that's gonna be a really tough series. I think I can see that one going 7 too.
Yeah.
I can see that one going 7, but we'll see. OKC, they looking tough.
Go ahead, Ahmad.
I just want to first say, bro, next time you make one of them videos, bro, give me my credit, bro. Talking about OKC and defense. I told you this, bro.
No,
I
yo,
was trying to tell you, defense wins games, bro. Defense wins championships. This is what we saw. We saw defense won them the chip. To be honest, in my opinion, I would wish that it didn't even go to 7 games. I feel like it was unnecessary for this series to go to 7 games. And I think it's gonna wear on them. I think it might wear on them going to face the Timberwolves because like Timberwolves have a little bit more rest than the Thunder do. But what we saw this series, bro, is really just a masterclass from Shea, bro. Like Shea is like he did what a superstar is supposed to do and close out the game. We saw great defense from the team as a whole. And this also points to the reason why you need a fucking coach. You need a good coach, bro. Denver fired their coach Mike Malone right before the series started. You know, I know Mike Malone happy as shit right now too, right? But
he better be on TV.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, he is. But I think Denver didn't make the right adjustments this game defensively, like, you know, to like be able to win this game because you know they had some good moments, some bright moments during the playoffs. But when you're playing a 7-game series, it's really about adjustments. It's about who can make the better adjustments. And I think part of they not only did they get outplayed, but they also got outcoached. Another thing is, you know,
not to cut you off, Ahmad, I got a question for you, bro.
Yeah.
Look, you talking about the coach. This coach coached 2 regular seasons, 2 regular season games.
I was gonna bring that up when I talked. You got to give Ottoman some credit, bro. I mean, like,
yeah.
Well, bro,
you got to give him credit because and then they played 7 games in round 1 against the Clippers, right? And then they went 7 games again in round 2. So I mean, the coach that has to deal with for him being an interim coach and only having a team for a couple of weeks, bro. That's impressive, bro.
Not really. I mean, bro, you have the best player and like arguably the best player ever on your team right now. But this is not to discredit the coach. This is more saying that I could see that he wasn't as experienced as I think he needed to be to make those adjustments. But you're right.
Okay.
He did a good job. Like he did above average for sure. Like he did a good job. But I think more experience as a coach would have helped them, you know, make certain key adjustments. But the real niggas I'm pissed at is I'm gonna need Russell Westbrook to come to the front of the screen, man. Russell Westbrook, it's time to retire, my brother. It's time to just, you know, call it quits. The sun has set. We get it. You were the former MVP. Yeah, nigga, but bro,
it hurts watching.
It does, bro.
It hurts.
This man has been the most inconsistent, and I get why niggas was like, bro, you don't want to on the team. Like niggas was kind of getting frustrated with him because he's too erratic, bro. He's doing too much. Like he's the reason they lost this game too because of that turnover. I feel like he lost all the momentum.
I disagree. What about the other? How many turners they have? The other 18 or however many they had?
They had 22, I believe.
What about the other 21?
Yeah, I just feel like you're right, Pete. There's a lot of reasons they lost, but I feel like it was like one turnover we had thing going into the second half, where the second quarter, where I feel like the whole momentum just shifted, like of the whole entire game. I don't know, but I think him, MPJ, yeah, he gotta go.
Yo, MPJ, bro.
MPJ gotta definitely go.
Is his shoulder destroyed or something, bro? Because I mean, like he's playing with it, but like clearly it's a bigger issue.
They're saying he has a shoulder injury, bro. That's what he's playing through a shoulder injury. But not only that, bro, I never liked Michael Porter's play style. Like we got this joke that we call with our friends on the game and shit. His nickname is Michael, the possession ends here, Porter Jr., bro. He don't look the pass, bro. He don't look the pass, bro. As
Bro,
soon as he gets the rock, it's going up.
That's not a problem when you're making
Bro.
shots.
Bro, but when you're not making shots, my nigga, P, you know
Bro.
this. I be saying it when we play 2K. Pass the ball, bro.
Bro, but he hasn't played this bad though.
This is bad. Yeah,
This is
terrible.
different, yo, than last year, the year before. You know what I mean? He hasn't played this bad. Like
Like
this
all
is
you got,
glaring.
like all he's got to do is shoot, bro. I mean,
This is looking glaring. Like
And I feel
And
bad
he's
for
not bringing
Jokic.
nothing to the defensive end of the court.
Yeah, and I feel bad for Jokic and Aaron Gordon because it's like, bro, can we get some help? Like Christian Braun, that nigga was low key hooping, but like,
Yeah,
as a
yeah.
team, bro,
Yeah,
like,
he was
can we
kinda
get
hooping.
some help? Like, basketball is really a team sport, bro, because like you can ball out, bro, or you can see like OKC was frustrating Jokic, and if he had a good team, bro, he could have still got those assists off, but no one else was trying to play. No one else was trying to hoop for real. The last thing I'm gonna
Okay.
say though is in terms of like the OKC playing the Timberwolves, I got the OKC being the Timberwolves. But I don't. Cause I think if they have Jaden Daniels trying to guard Shea, I think that's a bad move because I think Shea knows how to draw fouls, and McDaniels he's easily into foul trouble. I've seen it happen before last year. Like he'll second half have 3 fouls, and you fuck around with some nigga like Shea, he knows how to get you to foul him. So I think I'm gonna go
Bro,
with OKC for that reason.
I'm so glad you said that, bro. Because some people don't like the way Shea plays because they call him he's
free throw
oh, he
Bomber.
gets all these calls and whatnot.
Yeah.
But it's a skill, bro.
Yeah.
It's a skill to get the ref to blow
Surprise,
the whistle,
surprise!
bro.
A Braun player talking about flopping.
No. Shea doesn't
He don't
flop.
flop though. He don't
Shea
flop.
doesn't flop. That's the difference, though. I'll be honest. LeBron do be flopping. Harden, Trey Young, those types of players. That the NBA fans get upset with for foul baiting, quote unquote. But Shea does it in a way where he makes you foul him, bro. That's a skill, bro. So I'm not mad at him getting to the line 12 times because he's mastered that. You feel me?
Saying it's ethical.
Yeah. Before you go, P, I just wanted to tell y'all that Jokic led the playoffs in points, rebounds, assists, steals, double-doubles, triple-doubles, field goals. He led the playoffs in every statistical category. It's crazy, bro.
Somebody help him, bro.
Jamal Murray.
Show you how to put that on.
6 for 16 from the field. That's supposed to be his right-hand man. If I'm the Nuggets, I'm done with Murray. I'm done with MPJ.
She's blowing that team up. I mean, like,
Bro,
damn.
the window is short nowadays, bro. The window's closed. It's over for them.
They just won it 2 years
after
ago.
the game, Jokic said they need more depth. Jokic said that in the post-game interview.
He also said he was going to go drink a lot of beers.
Yeah, be careful with that, bro. You saw what happened to Luka, man.
Bro, I mean, they could ship Jokic if they want to ship Jokic out. I'm sure he might not be upset with that. He might retire and go play with his horses.
Yeah, he don't give a fuck.
Go ahead, P.
I was going to say,
comments?
good. It was a good series. In my opinion, it was the most exciting series to watch so far this playoffs out of all the ones I've tuned into, just because of how close it was. I think going into the next series, the Nuggets or the Thunder and the Timberwolves, I personally got the Thunder. I think they match up a little bit better with the Timberwolves. I think Julius Randle is going to face probably the first big man that actually has a good shot at defending him. I mean, because who was Draymond on him in y'all series, Ahmad?
Yeah. Draymond was guarding him, yeah.
I think he might have a tougher time in this series because of Chet and Isaiah Hartenstein because, I mean, they both play. Rudy Gobert, wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't crack 10 this series. Rudy Gobert stinks. I hate Rudy Gobert. Worst DPOY winner of all time. Him kicking his baby mama and their 1-year-old son out the crib. What are we doing? This ain't basketball. I think low key, if Shea wins MVP, he might be able to replace that Curry Infinity Stone that he missed with Shea.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably right. That'd be.
But
Yeah.
I think overall, I think the Thunder match up a little bit better. I wouldn't be surprised if Shea or if Ant gets doubled damn near every play. I'm sure Caruso or Lou Dort or somebody will be slapped on him the whole game.
The torture chamber, bro.
I mean, we saw what Caruso did to Jokic, and
That's crazy too.
I
Y'all
mean,
niggas let him go.
I'm
Lakers let
gonna
him
be
go.
honest, bro. I'm gonna be honest, bro. Some of these refs might need to start calling fouls, bro. Because every time I looked up at my TV, I swear to God, Alex Caruso was damn near piggybacked on fucking Jokic's back. Because like Jesus Christ, he was borderline hugging him.
Caruso's
you
like
got,
6'5", bro. You gotta do what you gotta do.
I guess, bro. But I mean, I thought that was a foul. I mean, I don't know too much about basketball.
Playoffs,
Yeah, but I feel like you got to draw a line at some point. But I mean, I think it kind of helps Jokic's game. How about how much they had to throw at him just to knock him off balance to even limit him. They threw Caruso, Dort, two bigs. I mean, Jokic barely even got a chance to ever touch the ball.
Yeah, he didn't. It was overwhelming for him, bro. And then when your teammates aren't hitting shots, bro, and nobody else outside of Jokic is providing. Jokic only had 9 shot attempts, bro. But he got to the free throw like 11 times, I believe. But come on, bro. They really clamped him.
That's right.
And just to go off topic real quick.
Yeah.
Ahmad, bro. Like Steve Kerr said, why is Draymond Green, who is 35 years old, right?
Yeah.
He's 6'5" on a good day.
Yeah.
Guarding a 7-foot, bro. He can't do that for 30 minutes straight. It's not good basketball, bro. When are y'all gonna get a big, bro?
It was supposed to be
When are
Wiseman.
y'all gonna get a big, bro?
Bro, you're preaching to the choir, bro. Like
It was
honestly,
supposed to be Wiseman.
I've been talking to some people.
Thanks.
I made some calls, and I've been talking to some people. We got we're talking to Sabonis, possibly Giannis. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna see what
That's
happens.
funny, right, Trav? That's funny. That's funny.
Sabonis. I said, bro, it's a quick plane ride, bro. You don't gotta move too far. Right down the street. You know what I'm saying? So. And I said, even Giannis, you don't gotta move that far. You know, Milwaukee ain't that far.
Chill on Giannis.
Oh,
He ain't going to LA.
Giannis need to come on to LA.
Nah, bro.
Yeah, chill on Giannis.
Honestly, I feel like Sabonis would fit LA more than Giannis would.
That'd be a nice piece.
Yeah, that would be nice.
That'd be a nice piece for sure.
I wouldn't be mad at Sabonis coming to LA.
No, not at all.
I thought Josh wasn't a Lakers fan anymore. I thought y'all kicked him.
Bro,
He's still speaking on it, but it's all good. It's all good.
but
we do need a big though. It's actually aggravating because, like you said, bro, we got Draymond, bro. That's why you gotta give him his credit sometimes. And people be disrespecting him, but like, bro, he's 6'5", really, bro. You over here guarding centers. Like,
but that goes to prove to Draymond's defensive prowess, bro. You know what I mean? That's tough, bro. That's tough.
But people don't really like casuals, bro, who don't really watch the game. They love to disrespect Draymond Green. Like defense is an extremely important. If Draymond doesn't do what Draymond does, then we don't win games, bro. Like, so
that's a fact.
That's true.
We're gonna go more into depth on the next topic about the Western Conference Finals. So I know y'all said some of y'all predictions already, but what do you see like as far as this matchup? What is gonna be the key factor? Who are the key players y'all think is gonna determine who wins this series? Let's go with you, Peanut.
I think whoever's on Shea is critical. I mean, like Ahmad mentioned, like he can get people into foul trouble if they're not careful. I do think he might have a harder time just in the playoffs, just because I mean, like Josh mentioned too, the refs seem to be letting people play a lot more. They be letting contact go. So I mean, it might take a lot more effort for him to get people into foul trouble. And I think whoever's on him needs to play the best defense of their lives. I think, like I got done mentioning, I think this is a tougher matchup for the Timberwolves just because they got a lot more. I feel like they just don't match up as well. I mean, the Timberwolves basically don't have a point guard. I mean, Mike Conley's trying to play PG, try to do his best, but and then I think Rudy Gobert needs to hold the paint down as best as he can. Because Chet's gonna pull him out of the paint. Let's be
Yeah.
honest. So that
Yeah.
if they're not careful, Chet will free up lanes for everybody else. And I think Randall needs to keep playing like he's been playing. We'll see if that continues because none of us are used to seeing Randall perform in the playoffs. This is new to
This
us.
is insane, bro.
I just think the Timberwolves need to play good. I think the Thunder have a lot more to lose than the Timberwolves.
Go ahead, Trav.
I think I'm kind of on the opposite side. I think that it's going to be a Timberwolves defense that might be different. Like I said, I was talking about that before. I think them having those two bigs down there that have been playing good. You know what I mean? Like I said, you might not like Rudy, but he plays some good defense. You know what I mean? Like I think even if they have to, does Hartenstein and Chet play at the same time?
Sometimes they
Occasionally.
do. Sometimes they do.
Occasionally,
Yeah.
okay. Because I'm thinking if they don't, I feel like it might be more Randall, Garden, Chet.
I think they
And-
try to manage them mostly. I think they
Okay.
kind of like try to rotate them.
Because
Yeah.
I don't think I think Rudy down there in the paint's going to be an issue. You know what I mean? I don't think you have to worry about Shea blowing past you as much. I think it's going to be a defensive thing. You know what I mean? I think I think the X factors are going to be like Julius Randle. If he can keep playing how he's playing, I think it's going to be really big for the Timberwolves. Conley, if he can just be solid, you know what I mean, be a solid point guard, floor general. I'm not expecting too much from him, but you know what I mean. If he can give you 10 points, turnovers low, assist, Ant's going to do what Ant does. I think it's going to be a really good series. Like I said, I think it's going to come down to defense. So, and for me, I think I want to see how OKC handles what they're going to see defensively from Minnesota.
I like that. Ahmad?
Yeah, I think that this series is all going to be depending upon it's going to be a series of matchups for sure. The biggest thing that I'm seeing, which is why I'm going with the Thunder in 6 games, is because of the bench. I think OKC has a better bench and more depth than the Timberwolves have. If you look at Case and Wallace, Ihart off the bench,
Caruso.
Caruso.
So yeah.
They have a deeper bench than the Minnesota Timberwolves have, and I feel like they have way more different looks that they can give you, and they're more versatile. So you have bigs on OKC, you also have bigs on the Timberwolves, but yes, only Rudy Gobert, he can play defense, but he's not that much of a threat in my opinion offensively.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So he's kind of his game is one sided versus OKC really any of them could pop off. Any one of them could pop off. When you have a team where any of your other co-stars can pop off, is very dangerous. Look at his last game with Denver Nuggets. I think 4 players had over 20 points.
Mm.
Like
Yeah.
Something like
that's
that.
a scary team, and they're a great defensive team. So I'm going with Thunders for that reason specifically, just because of their matchup ability and the depth off the bench.
We didn't even mention Jalen Williams.
Exactly, yeah. Jalen Williams is when he plays, bro, he be hooping.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's on Randall.
Yeah, I think OKC has more two-way players than the Timberwolves, bro.
They have big guards too.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like you
they
said,
just got
OKC has
more
definitely a deeper
depth.
bench.
Yeah, they got a deeper bench. Yeah, they definitely do.
I think Timberwolves only brought 2 or 3 guys off the bench that whole Warriors series.
They got Nas Reed and DiVincenzo. I think
Yep.
is who they're gonna pull up off the
And
bench.
Nikhil Alexander-Walker.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
He's tough.
I think that's the only 3 they brought off the bench last series.
But to Travis' point, I'll give the Timberwolves a little bit, of hope. When Trav always talks about experience, the Timberwolves have made it to the finals last year, so
The Western Conference Finals.
exactly. So maybe since they made it that far last year, they can use the experience that they had last year and going into this series and apply that and give them the edge, like the little things, So that's what I was saying in favor of the Timberwolves, the experience piece.
Just a quick question for y'all, bro. How much does experience really play a part when it comes to the playoffs because, for example, the Pistons almost beat the Knicks, right, in round
Yep.
one,
Mhm.
right?
I think where experience really comes out is the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Brunson. I mean, like he's damn near unstoppable the moment that clock hits the fourth quarter. I think when the lights are on and you got to show out, I think that's when you start to
I think.
see.
Yep.
It's when players get exposed,
Okay.
or also when momentum starts to shift. Like if you have a bad turnover and you're like you don't get back, like can you as a team claw back from that?
Okay.
And it's
I'm just
big
asking.
pressure moments like the Western Conference Finals, Eastern Conference Finals. You know what I mean? Like teams that have been there before and know what that bright light looks like. Even if they didn't succeed in it, they know like, all right, you can make those tweaks. Like we've been here before. We know what we have to do. You know what I mean? Like I think it
Yeah, no.
matters, but obviously if the skill, I mean, if Shea's gonna go off for 40 every night, it might not matter. You know what I mean? And he might just be like, hey, I'm here. Like I'm here too. So
Okay. No, I'm just wondering, trying to see where y'all heads are at. But
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Definitely.
yeah.
I think experience. I mean, we've seen experience, help a lot of teams win some of these games. I think the biggest example, like the most obvious example, was that Detroit Celtics series. Detroit, in my opinion, they were no, not Detroit Celtics, Detroit Knicks. My fault. The Detroit really could have beat the Knicks, but the Knicks just had that edge in terms of experience.
Are you
Obviously,
sure though? Because I feel like it was more so some no calls, in my opinion.
well, yeah. I mean, you could say that, but no, I think they still, even without the no calls, they still had an opportunity to win, in my opinion. Because like you'll see things like out of bounds plays, you know what I'm saying? Like trying to get the ball in and like people fucking up on out of bounds plays or doing a stupid turnover. Like it's just stuff like that where those are the little things that are super big when it comes to like an important playoff game that
Okay.
can be the difference between losing the series or winning the series.
Okay. I can get behind that. One more question before uh we move on that I forgot to mention is that if what does this mean for OKC and the Timberwolves if like either one of those teams end up winning the championship? Do you see any of these teams repeating? I know we went over it a little bit.
Mm.
Y'all said y'all see OKC repeating. Why can't the Timberwolves repeat if they end up going to the finals and winning?
Because they would have never made it there if Golden State was healthy. So like they so you really could
not the direction I would have went, but I mean,
you really could have said that they wouldn't have made it there at all if Curry was healthy. So like versus OKC, they probably would have made it here either way.
my my
Okay.
reasoning would be more so youth. You know what I mean? Like I feel like the guys, the pieces on the Timberwolves a little bit older. You know what I mean? Julius Randle's been playing
that's
for a little
exactly what
bit.
I'd
Rudy,
say.
you know what I mean? Like they do got the Ant McDaniels, but besides that, I feel like some guys are a little more on the older
Mike
side
Conley.
compared to OKC, who everyone's probably
They half
younger,
the team still
25 and
on
under.
rookie contracts.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Everyone's like 25 under on OKC, you know what I mean? So, and like I said, just how they're built and the picks and stuff they still have, like they're built for running this out for the next 10 years. So it'd be tough. I think it's going to be tough for the Timberwolves in that volatile West to get back in this position again. I mean, it's 2 years in a row, so I could be totally wrong on that. It's 2 years in a row they made it to Western Conference Finals. So, I mean, that does say something, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it
But,
does. It does.
I mean, I think I do lean with Ahmad though. I think they kind of that Steph injury was big because I don't know if they would be seeing this right now, and the Lakers are just disappointing. So I mean, who knows? But 2 years in a row isn't nothing to be slept on though. I mean that is saying something. So
And that's without Cat this year.
yeah, yep, that's true.
Yeah, that is
Yep,
without Cat.
Seems
yep,
like both teams won the trade so far. I mean,
Yeah.
Facts.
yeah, yep.
Facts. All right, y'all. Let's move on to the next topic. our second to last topic real quick. We're gonna go in depth with the Eastern Conference Finals this time. Okay, so we got the Knicks and the Pacers. I just want to know y'all predictions on who y'all got winning and how many games y'all got them winning. And yeah, let's go with you, Matt.
Honestly, I have no words, bro. Like I don't know. I don't know because it's like it could really go either way. You know, like we keep saying it, like this shit that Tibbs is pulling off, where he got his players playing like 42 minutes and shit like that. It's good, bro. It's good when it's working. But like I say all the time, bro, they're once rolled sprained ankle or pulled hamstring away from it all going down in the toilet, bro. Like I can see I'm not even trying to wish on Jalen Brunson, but like, bro, this nigga has been playing like 42 minutes. I think he needs a rest. He needs a break. So I'm gonna go the Knicks, but I'm just saying it's a hesitant Knicks in 7. Hesitant Knicks. I'm afraid. I don't want to. I just don't want no beef with nobody from New York. I live too close to New York. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta go to New York, bro. I live way too close. I be going here sometimes, so I gotta drive through there next week. So I'm gonna go to Knicks and Knicks in 7.
I respect that, Trav.
Knicks in 6. Book
Okay.
it.
Like that.
Knicks in 6. I think the biggest thing is I just feel like Halliburton has to play great every game. And I think that if Brunson doesn't, Cat's there to step up. I feel like they got the 2 all-stars compared to what, Indy has. I don't have
What about Pascal Siakam?
I'm not
Proven champion.
Yeah.
I
Miles
don't
Turner.
I don't look at those guys as guys who are gonna pop off 30 for you.
Yeah.
I just don't look at them guys like that. Solid dudes, though. You know what I mean? For sure. You know what I mean? Like, definitely Pascal champion, but I just don't see Pascal in his bag. All right, Halliburton ain't playing good. I got 30. You know what I mean? I just don't see that compared to, like, Cat. I feel like Cat can go off any night as well as Brunson. You know what I mean? Like, I just think that little combo there is tough.
Okay.
So, and I don't see Brunson having a bad game. But I think Halliburton has to play well. I think we touched on that in the last podcast where the game where he played bad, they got rolled. You know what I mean? It's just I think that team depends so much on Halliburton that he has to have like a flawless Eastern Conference Finals run or they can't get past the Knicks.
I can respect
So
that.
I'm Knicks in 6.
Go ahead, Pete.
I'm like Ahmad, bro. I don't know which team's gonna win. I mean, honestly, it can literally go either way. I think each team has stuff that they have to have happen just to win. So I think it's just up to how the dominoes fall and whoever has those things happen. I mean, the Knicks got to stay healthy, and the Pacers have to have everybody play good, or at least have Halliburton play good, from what we've seen. So I think I'm gonna go with the Knicks in 7.
I can respect that. If you ask me, I'm gonna go against the grain. Kick me out of New York. I don't give a fuck.
Brother.
He really ain't allowed there, yo.
Wasn't he just like I'm riding with New York, blah blah blah
I'm
blah
good.
blah.
Yeah, I'm from New York.
From Brooklyn.
Just to go against the grain, bro. You feel me? Like I think the Pacers match up really well. I give the Pacers a slight edge. I do want New York to go to the finals and win it all, bro. Just win it all. But I give the slight edge. I mean, like this much edge to the Pacers, bro. I think they match up very well against each other. You got Miles Turner on Cat, right? And then you got Halliburton, Brunson. Then you got Mikal. You got OG. You got Nembhard. Siakam.
Josh Hart.
Neesmith. And the Pacers got a great bench. Obi Toppin. People
TJ
didn't even
McConnell.
think. Yeah, TJ McConnell, Benedict Mathurin. They got a great bench, bro. And we didn't even think that they was going to beat the Cavs. Let's keep it a buck. If we would have spoke about this 3-4 weeks ago, we all had Cavs. Let's be real. Let's be real.
We also all had Celtics.
And we had the Celtics. You feel me?
But that's different, bro. You know why it's different? Because the Cavs, bro, they had the injury bug at the wrong time. Like
So
they
did the
just it was
Celtics.
unlucky. Exactly. Well, you're right. But
Not,
last
not not
year,
even the injury bug at the wrong time for the Celtics, in my opinion. They blew 20-point games. I give the Celtics no grace. No
yeah, for sure.
grace.
But last
It-
year, I was gonna say last year we saw the Knicks take the Pacers to 7 games with hella injuries last year, and they still took them to 7 games. So you got to think they have Cat this year, and they're a healthier team as of right now. You know, like
It,
it
I would ask,
might be Knicks in 6, like Travis said.
is anyone on the Pacers starting five better than anyone on the Knicks starting five?
Very good. No, they're
I
not.
would take the Knicks starting 5 over the Pacers starting 5.
Yeah, for sure.
uh, let
I
me
mean,
think.
and who does it? And who does
Position
the
for
Pacers have on
position for
bench?
position. You know what I mean? Like who we looking at? What's that roster
I
look
would
like?
take Brunson. So the starters for the Knicks are Brunson, Hart, McCall, OG, and Cat. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then the Pacers is Siakam, Halliburton, Turner.
Right,
Uh,
but what y'all missing? The point y'all missing is the Pacers are running 10 men deep, bro. Pause. And and
so are the
it's
Celtics.
It's
Borderline.
right, but the Knicks are not doing that. They're running the only people that's coming off the bench for the Knicks are McBride and Mitchell Robinson, bro. That's it. That's it. I feel like the Pacers got a deep. The Rick Carlisle, the coach for the Pacers, he's gonna run TJ. He's gonna run Benedict Mathurin. He's gonna run Obi Toppin. You know what I'm saying? He's
Mm.
gonna run Shepard. He's gonna run these guys, and he trusts them guys. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Tibbs trusts his bench, bro. Outside of Mitchell Robinson and
He
McBride.
never has.
but the thing is, I guess how OKC's proven it to me, the Knicks are proving it to me too that it don't matter about their bench. Like these dudes is I don't know if the training is just that's just what it is. Like these guys are built to play 45 minutes. You know what I mean? Like these guys are just and they're doing it. They're proving it to us, night in, night out, like coming out and still balling. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if it matters that they're only running a 2-3 man rotation off the bench. Yeah, I mean, you got to deal with Brunson. You're going to deal with these guys. Like, I think that's almost worse. Like, you got to deal with me. I'm out here and I'm balling.
And now
You know what I mean? I'm balling against
I
your
agree.
bench now. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
agree.
Brunson's going against bench players. Cat's going against bench players. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree. I agree with you, Trav, to an extent. I say this. I'll say this. I think the Knicks got a better defense and perimeter players like OG and Mikhail. They lock down on the perimeter. And then Cat's not really good in the paint, but they could bring Mitchell Robinson in, who plays good defense in the paint and can protect the paint. But I think that the Pacers, their pace and space offense is crazy, bro. They just run, 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 run. And I think at the end of the time, at the end of the day, it's gonna wear out on the Knicks because their starters are gonna be out too much, bro. That's the way I see the series going. I think the offense of the Pacers is gonna be too much for the simple fact that the Knicks starters are gonna be out. They're playing too many minutes, bro. That's what I see. I got the Pacers in 7. I'm gonna say that I got the Pacers in 7. But I won't be surprised if the Knicks win, though. You feel me?
New York City, a no-fly zone for you, buddy.
You better have to go to the Hornets, bro.
He ain't allowed back
To
to
be a
Brooklyn,
supporting
bro.
team,
Yeah,
bro. I'm gonna be
you gotta
honest.
go and mellow on them
Hey,
niggas.
Brooklyn
You got
Nets,
kicked.
bro.
You gotta
The Barclays. Hey, fun fact: my church that I go to, that I grew up in, is right across the street from the Barclays Center, bro.
You might not be allowed. Look at the city from Jersey. I don't know. Something.
But yeah, man. Let's move on to the last and final topic real quick. Just some football news real quick that I thought was pretty interesting. 49ers signed Brock Purdy to a 5-year, $265 million extension with $181 million guaranteed. Do y'all think this is an overpay? Is he worth the 265? Do y'all think Purdy is a top 5 QB going into next season? I need all these questions answered, bro. Let's start with Peanut, bro. Football guy.
Don't think he's a top 5 quarterback going into next season. I mean, you got Mahomes, Allen, Jackson.
Burrow.
I think Burrow. Yeah, I got to think of quarterbacks, bro. I haven't been. Basketball's been taking up a lot of my time, so I haven't really been. I've been kind of.
Yeah, Hurts. You say Hurts?
Yeah, you can
Hurts.
argue Hurts. So I think
Lamar
he.
Jackson,
Josh
Herbert,
Allen.
Josh Herbert. I mean,
Oh,
not
Joe.
Josh.
Yeah, Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
Jared Goff potentially. I mean, he been Jaden Daniels. I mean,
Yeah.
I got
think-
10
early,
quarterbacks better
early
than
for that.
nobody.
I don't think he's a top 5 quarterback. And I think this season will help prove his case if he performs well this season because they lost Debo. I think he can help kind of try to beat the game manager allegations of this season potentially. I mean, they still have Christian McCaffrey and they still have George Kittle, but I think he could try to attempt to beat the allegations this season. But I think this is a justifiable pay. I mean, as we've learned in football, I mean, the quarterback's borderline the most important position. You can't win football games without a quarterback. I mean, they basically do everything on the field, more or less on offense. And speaking from a team who's struggled with quarterbacks for the past 4 or 5 years, I think it's pivotal that you lock down the quarterback spot because I mean, literally does everything. They also paid Fred Warner today, making him the highest paid middle linebacker in the NFL. They paid him like $60 million.
Okay.
That's deserved.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Oh, yeah, go ahead, Ahmad.
Yo, so who is the 49ers backup quarterback?
It was Nick Mullins. It was. They did have the oldest, like one of the oldest backup quarterbacks. I'd have to look, bro. I could not.
I got you. I'm on it. Their backup quarterback is
Mac Jones.
Nasty quarterback room right there.
All right. I'm gonna wait to say what I'm gonna say. Go ahead, Trav.
Nah, I think they overpaid him for sure. I wouldn't have paid him nowhere near that amount. I don't think he's even. I think I can name 15 quarterbacks in the league better than Brock Purdy.
Wow.
No lie.
Go.
Like no. Nah.
Or if you don't have time, make a list before. In between next part.
I just pulled up the quarterbacks. I would go. Got Joe Burrow. I'm taking Jared Goff. I'm taking Baker. I'm taking Lamar, Patrick, Justin Herbert, Kyler Murray, Bo Nix, Matthew Stafford, Josh Allen, C.J. Stroud, Jaden Daniels, Jordan Love, Jalen Hurts, and Dak over Brock Purdy. That make him number 16. He's not even top 15 in the league, bro.
Look at P.
I feel like some of those might be a little bit of a reach. Like
P's stressed out. You just stressed him out, Chad.
Like I feel like Baker Mayfield.
Baker balls, bro. Like Baker, we not.
Yeah,
doing
but
Baker,
I feel like him and Purdy could potentially be on the same level. Same with Stafford. I mean, Stafford hasn't. We're
talking about Super Bowl. Hold on now. We're not. Hold on now.
Wait, I'm talking about now. Like going into next season.
Talking about now. I'm still. Nah. Brock ain't it, bro. And I think Brock is a product of that offense of what Shanahan had going on. I feel like losing Debo is big. We're going to see. Like I said, that team is McCaffrey is not reliable anymore. I feel like he's going to be always injury prone. I feel like when he don't have him, it's going to be super tough. Like I don't think just what's the tight end's name? Can't think of his name right now. Kittle. Yeah, well they got Kittle and they got Ayuk, right?
Ayuk just coming off an ACL tear, so I mean,
and like you're right. This is going to be a season to show like if he's really him or not. I mean, this is it. But I'm pay him this, and then like he's coming into this year. I think that's going to be tough. Like I said, like now you kind of handcuff your team as far as getting other different players. You know what I mean?
We got to give Brock Purdy credit though. I mean, like he was Mr. Irrelevant. I mean, he's made more
for sure.
He's made more money than every Mr. Irrelevant ever.
But see, when he was at his best, that whole offense was healthy and running on. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
100%. You know what I mean? And then when we see that offensive banged up. You see that in Brock too, you know what I mean? Then he starts looking like mediocre, like super mediocre. So I think they overpaid him. Like I said, top 16 quarterback, and and go from there. You know what I mean?
You stress P out. P was
I I want to give the guy credit, but I mean, I think he could prove I think he could. Excuse me. I think he could prove a lot of people wrong this season. This is the time to do it more than anything.
Go ahead, Ahmad.
Yes. When you ask this question, I just do a little research, a little due diligence, just to see like who else is getting paid close to this kind of money. Because I just want like a benchmark to compare him to. I saw Jalen Hurts got a 5-year contract extension with the Eagles for $255 million, so around the same price. I saw Joe Burrow got something around the same too, and I'm like, there's no world where this nigga Brock Purdy should be getting paid as the same as Jalen Hurts and Joe Burrow, bro. They not the same. They not equal.
I don't know. I feel like Jalen Hurts has been called a game manager time to time too.
He has been called a game manager, bro.
No.
But we've seen him though do some work, and he just got the ring. I mean, I don't care if it's because of Saquon. Like we've seen him do the work. We've seen him make the throws. You know what I mean? Like I think I'm rather we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that, Josh.
Yeah,
we're not doing that. I'm not even trying to argue that.
You didn't talk to P.
Hurts has been called a game manager.
We're not doing
that. Yeah, he's not a game manager though. I'm gonna be honest with you, yo. Cam Newton is Brock Purdy's worst enemy. Cause I swear, he was straight. He was flying under the radar until Cam Newton brought the whole game manager shit. I feel like it fucked this whole shit up, bro. No one would have been talking about this if it wasn't for Cam Newton, bro.
I think game manager is pretty funny because I mean, there's like only a handful of quarterbacks that are gonna do good with they have like nobody. Let's be honest.
But they made it like game manager and Brock Purdy. They made it go together. Like they made it like when you talk about game manager, it's Brock Purdy now.
Like Peanut, I'd probably rather have your quarterback than Brock Purdy.
Oh, I'd rather have Michael Penix over Brock Purdy too. Don't get me wrong.
No, even Kirk.
I don't agree with that.
Give me Kurt over Brock.
I don't. The way Kirk blew our playoff chances, bro. I will never fuck with him ever again.
Give me Kurt.
He ruined himself for me. Kirk O'Chains is dead to me.
Kirk O'Chains is crazy.
Yo, my other question was this, right? My other question was this. So this man, to my knowledge, Brock Purdy is very injury prone, right? He's missed lots of games.
I want to say he's over. I want to say he's injury prone.
He played a good amount this season. I'm pretty sure. I'd say
last season he kept getting injured. Like I feel like he did not play a lot of games.
I feel like he's average injury prone.
Yeah. I say.
Oh, never mind then. So I was just gonna say. I feel like they might have had a potential to get a good quarterback in the draft if he was injury prone, because like I asked you like who is his backup quarterback. If y'all don't got a good backup quarterback and your quarterback injury prone, then that's not going to be good either. But
see, I feel like they would have been better off just franchise tagging him and seeing what he does this year. And if he's not, if they tank, I feel like they kind of rebuilding. I don't think they the Niners that everyone thinks they are anymore.
So, the injuries really did them in this season.
Yeah, so I almost would just let him play on a franchise tag and then see what he does. If he does good, cool, sign him. If not, we draft one of these good quarterbacks coming out the following year. You know what I mean? Like, because next year is supposed to be a quarterback heavy draft. You know what I mean? So
I could get behind that.
That's a lot. I feel that's a lot of money for Brock. Like you said, just even listen off them quarterbacks. You know what I mean? Like he's getting Burrow money. Like, come on now.
Hey, I mean, we paid Kirk Cousins a shit ton of money too. So I mean,
Kirk Cousins has probably one of the greatest agents in NFL history, bro. I
think he's got more money than a lot of the quarterbacks.
Yeah, he robbed DC. He robbed the Vikings.
He robbed us.
Yeah.
But we low key holding him hostage though. We're like, all right, you took money from us. We ain't trading you.
Come sit on the bench.
Yep.
Yeah.
I sit on the bench for $265 million.
Yeah, but the way it seems, he said he wants to play. He was like, I want to play on he wants to go to a team where he can start. We're like, that's cool. We want our $60 million back. But,
But all right, y'all. That's all we got for tonight, man.
Man, it's a good episode. We
Yeah.
got to get Christian back, bro. We got to
man,
find
hey,
Christian.
Christian.
you
Get him,
gotta
bro.
put out a missing persons report, bro.
Bro,
Bro,
I don't know what's happened to the man, bro.
Bro.
All I know, and y'all are ruthless, bro. Because when he comes back, bro, it don't matter how long it takes for him to come back. When he comes back, you, Peanut, Trav, you know.
He ain't
especially
answered
you,
for the
Amari.
Lakers yet.
Y'all just gonna jump on my mans, bro.
Jumping for what though? Jumping for what? I'm a real Laker fan. I feel like Christian's a real Laker fan, so I ain't gonna really.
He ain't a
you know
real
what I
Laker
mean?
Nah,
fan.
he's
He
a Bron
fan.
fan. He's a
He a
Bron
Bron
fan.
fan.
Oh, he's just a Bron. Oh, he ain't even real. Oh yeah, I'm on his ass then too. Pause. Yeah. Never mind. Yeah.
He's a
You're
Bron
right.
fan, man.
Okay.
Nah, yeah, I saw Christian, bro. I saw him with two girls in Florida, and then I ain't seen him since, bro. I ain't seen him since. I saw him with two
Game is
girls in
game.
Miami, wherever he was at. I'm like, yo, he took the juice, bro.
Got the juice right now.
The Diddy juice. I
Chill.
ain't seen him since.
Bro, I would like to talk about the Diddy stuff just so good. That's not right now, but I'm just saying. Maybe
The
next
information
time, bro.
that's coming out is wild.
That stuff is crazy, bro. That stuff is crazy. But go ahead,
Brother
wrap it up,
freaky
man.
dude. Brother freaky. All right, guys. Yeah, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all tap into Friday's episode. We're gonna be back on for y'all. By then we should be talking about the first
Game
round
ones.
of the
The
Knicks
conference
versus
finals.
Pacers. Yeah, exactly. We're gonna talk about that. Get into that. Make sure y'all do me a favor and comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. And we'll see y'all Friday.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys.
All right,
All right,
y'all.
y'all.